I'm live. Hey, listen, you can't go anywhere. Many of you, a lot of y'all going out. I decided I'm going to share some things with you. And I want to ask you a question. What's your superpower? Here's what I know based upon my own experience. When you have a hunger to serve, you know why they say the greatest among you will be your servant? I believe because when you give of yourself, you develop talents, abilities, and skills and dimensions about yourself that you will never, ever discover by being inactive and only working from 8 to 5 and going home and looking at television. So I want to give you various glimpses of me. I'll give you 2 different glimpses. One, I believe those of you that have a passion for working with kids, Oren Hudson and I are getting together. I'm going to do the mindset, and he's going to do the skill set in playing chess and teaching kids how to become strategic thinkers. I'm going to teach them how to develop their greatness and how to become entrepreneurs. And I'd like to get your support. What I want to do, what I'm going to do, I have training designs for people who have an interest in working with kids. So I have this Power Voice system, teaching people how to discover their story, how to use their story in the attention economy, and the investment of what it takes to make a difference and also go into business for yourself. And it just came to me talking to Arn today. You know, we are also giving away as a Christmas gift $700 worth of personal development materials that I have out of my library. Why? Because people need stuff for their mind. But I learned how to put together strategies of helping young people to discover their greatness. And a friend of mine died the other day. She was cremated yesterday. And she said, Vi Clark out of Columbus, Ohio, first female radio personality that I hired in Columbus to do a jazz show. She said, when I go, life does not owe me anything, any change, because I lived a full life. And we trained. She was a great trainer. And we put together some training materials. And Marcy, her daughter, said, you know all those training materials that you had and those trainings you did with my mother? I said, yes. Do you want those? I said, yes. She kept those all these years? Yes, the ones from their Marion Barry Youth Leadership Training in Washington and in Liberty City. So I want to give you an opportunity to see what that looks like. Because those of you who put voice in the comment section say, hey, help me develop my voice. In addition to doing that, in addition to getting $700 worth of self-development material, you're going to also be trained on a curriculum of how to train kids. You can't just talk to kids and change their behavior. This training, here's what it does, and it's worth writing this down. 1, it changes their mindset. 2, it teaches them how to become effective communicators. 3, it teaches them how to dress like a prospect and not a suspect. 4, we teach them how to develop relationships. And 5, we teach them how to become global entrepreneurs using the internet. So I want to give you a glimpse, take you into the training room so you get an idea of what this looks like. You know, Elwood Albee said, sometimes you have to go a long distance out of the way before you can come back to a destination where you once were and realize you need to be there. Let us say together, there's greatness in me. I can feel it. I was chosen by God
for a great work. I was chosen. 1 out of 400 billion sperm. I'm destined for greatness. Because of my choices, because of my values, because of my destiny, because of my family, because of my church, and because it is my right to use my talents and my gifts to the best of my ability. You are the future world changers. You're the individuals that will begin to write the course of history. Change the world first start by changing yourself. You want to start holding a vision of how you see yourself in the future. I had a vision of myself being a multimillionaire. I had a vision of myself being my own boss. I have a commitment to win. Most people, poor people, don't have a commitment to win. If you ask them a question, ask them to do something, most poor people will say, I'll try. You never want to use the language of I'll try. That's the language of losers. You want to say, if there's something you want to do, I'll get it done. Consider it done. You want to make a commitment. Most people never achieve their goals because of the fact, coming out of poor culture, they have the habits and behaviors of making poor choices. So they suffer from possibility blindness. You want to be open to the possibilities. Master something you love. I love to speak. I love talking to people. I love to make people laugh. I love to make people feel good. And so therefore, I developed a career that allowed me to do that which I love to do. Tiger Woods loves to do what? He loves to play golf. And because he loves to do that, he has mastered that, and that has earned him millions of dollars. Booker T. Washington said, as you begin to look at yourself and look into the future, your gifts and your abilities and your talents are very important. He said, judge a man not by what he has accomplished, but what he had to overcome in order to reach his goal.
My group, Prospects of the Future, plan on learning at this seminar is how to dare to be different, how to use school and our surroundings as a tool to be successful in life, and how to just be an all-around great person in life and to be successful, as Les Brown is teaching us.
Develop your mind and develop your communication skills, because once you open your mouth, you'll tell the world who you are. How many of you would like to be a better communicator? Raise your hands, please.
What we hope to get out of this, our group is actually called the World Changers. What we hope to get out of this conference is just ways to develop ourselves and improve our skills, like our networking skills, communication skills, things like that.
I'm with the group, The Change in the World, and what we've learned is that when we speak, we need to be speaking to connect to others. What we plan to learn is that we need to become excellent servants to become excellent leaders.
Hi, my name is Wale. My group is the Future Leaders of America, and we've learned so far how to acquire knowledge and use it to become successful, and we're yet to learn how to tap into our inner potential and inner greatness.
Hello, my name is Lanray Arekularen, and we are the Billionaire Boys Club. And well, what I've learned so far is that in order to be successful, you have to go and follow your dreams and master your skill. Like when you get a skill, you gotta turn it into something positive.
My name is Ashley Missy, and the name of my group is Future Leaders, and I hope to learn that I can make a lot of money in what I love to do, and what I've already learned is that you can be successful in life no matter what you do.
My name is Teju Adewale, and basically, my group is called the Mindset Sisters, and basically we learned a lot of things. We learned how to, if you have a goal, it should become a part of you. It should become a part of your daily routine. If you see your goal, if you envision your goal, then you should reach for it, and you eventually achieve it, hopefully.
Okay, so that's just a little glimpse of the training that we've done with young people. And those young people, they're doing some incredible things now. And when I read where they're saying how the coronavirus is going to short circuit and sabotage the future of our young people, I'm saying, let's not just sit back and listen to that and believe that. Let's step up and become involved. And so for people who have an interest in working with young people, in my Power Voice program, I'm going to teach you and give and provide for you the curriculum that I've used over the years before evolving into a speaker. And let me share this. I feel like this Les Brown you now see, this is the Clark Kent version. Let me show you this other version of it here. Let me see. This is one right here. Am I correct? You have a power voice. Mike Williams, who wrote the book, The Road to Your Best Stuff, when he talked to me about this voice that I had, I said, come on, man. Come on, Mike. Listen, Brownie, there's another voice back there. We can break it out. Are you willing to learn? Yes. And so I was willing to invest in myself. That's why we have the Power Voice system. I want you to listen to this Les Brown here and this Les Brown.
It's not going to be easy. There are moments when you're going to doubt yourself. There are rough times are going to come, but they have not come to stay. No matter how bad it is or how bad it gets, you've got to make it your personal business to make it happen. What if all of us took that attitude after we face a rejection and a no, or we have a meeting and no one shows up, or somebody say, you can count on me, and they don't come through? What if we have that kind of attitude? The car's repossessed. Nobody believes in you. You've lost again and again and again. The lights are cut off. That if you want a thing bad enough to go out and fight for it, to work day and night for it, and life seems useless and worthless without it, if neither sickness or pain or body and brain can keep you away from the thing that you want, no matter how bad it is or how bad it gets, say to yourself, it's not over until I win.
That's Miss Mamie Brown's baby boy. When I'm in the dressing room, they call it the green room. None of them ever been green. And I get prepared to go out and speak to 30,000, 50,000, or 80,000, as you would see on the YouTube, where I spoke to 80,000 people in Georgia Dome. I transformed into the Incredible Hulk. I talked to a speaker that I plan to work with. I'm not interested in work with everybody. In fact, I'm almost booked up. But here's what I learned. You can do more than you can ever begin to imagine. I had no idea that this Les Brown that you now see, I had no idea. I had to die to who I was to give birth. Sometimes you got to get out of your own way. I was resistant. And if you're willing to learn, let me share with you the possibilities are. If you're not willing to learn, nobody can help you. But I was willing to learn. I wanted to live a life that mattered. I wanted to live a bigger life. I wanted to be able to provide for my mother and take care of her and honor her. And I did. I had a talk show. They paid me $5 million. And I said, I got to end this my way. And they said, what you have in mind? Just say this has been Les Brown. I said, no. Somebody else I got to use their name too. Who? My mama. I said, what you gonna say? This has been Mrs. Mamie Brown's baby boy. They said, you gotta be kidding. No, I'm serious. And that's how I ended. Listen, all of us have had someone that has spoken into our lives that impacted us a certain way. And I talked about the hunger to serve, how Reverend Ed Graham from Mount Zion Baptist Church on 3rd Avenue and 8th Street in Miami. What is a food basket? Hello, are you Miss Mamie Brown? I understand you have 7 children that you have adopted. You all need some food. I was 10 years old at the time. I remember him. I remembered him. He walked away. He's around 6'1", 6'2". And he was very much involved in the community. He had a passion for making a difference. He and Reverend Thero Gibson, another courageous brother. And I wanted to be like him. Never knew my own father, but those 2 men were positive images that I admired. They had stepped up. And I'm 75 now. You learn, you earn, you pass it on. And this is not for everybody. I want to train others who have a willingness to learn. You're not willing to learn? Can help you. That's what I come to know. If you're willing to learn, nobody can stop you. You can do some stuff that you don't know. I was willing to learn and invested myself tremendously, much more than what we're talking about now. After I provide for you $700 worth of free products, that brings the cost, and it's a minimum of $1,000 investment down to $300, and you're going to get all my training designs on how to work with youth, and I train you in that. Oh, they can make some impact up in here. I believe we should milk 2020. It's caused too much hell and disruption just to leave out of here and only take fear and anxiety and depression. No, we want to get all the nectar out of it. And so those of you that are willing to invest in yourself, that's willing to learn, that's willing to be coached, and would like to learn how to talk to adults, to corporations, to organizations, nationally and internationally, and how to work with our kids. It's fascinating. It's our training design. There's nothing like it on the planet. None. So I want you to put voice in the comment section. Put voice in the comment section. I tell you, I feel like Clark Kent. Got other dimensions of my personality. Put voice in there and say, I want to be coached by Les Brown. How to develop my own voice. I want his self-development library, and I want to learn how to work with youth. And I want the training design that he used with youth and how we can implement that. And we gift it to you. A Christmas gift to you. They're saying African-American kids and Latino kids and various kids, because of the economic strata, will be left behind. We say no. Not on my watch. No. Will you join me? We call it the Greatness Center. When you're pursuing your greatness, you don't know what your limits are. So you act like you don't have any. Don't let 75 fool you as kid play hairstyle. I still got the fire in my belly. We have a lot of fun too. Oh boy. We'll take advantage of this. Put voice in the comment section. You want to be trained by me. If you would like to learn how to speak like me, if you are coachable and want to be stretched and challenged, and there's some people listening now, they'll tell you, homie, don't play. Homie, don't play. I have you laughing up in here. Homie, don't play. I can bring it out. I can get the butter from the duck, as Dr. Anthony Sweeting would say. All right. Okay, put voice in the comment section. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I might come back today and show you some other stuff, other dimensions up in here, because you're more than that which you have become. You're powerful. Greater is he that's in you than he that's in the world. You are more than a conqueror. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.